Hi, this is Ian Westerman from EssentialTennis.com. Welcome to video 2 of 3 in a series all about using short courts or mini tennis most effectively to really benefit your own tennis game. If you haven't already seen video number 1, please see that first because it really lays some groundwork, some foundational concepts that you need to be aware of before you get into more technique as far as how exactly you should be performing short court rallies. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on where to position yourself and also where to aim while you're engaging in a short court rally back and forth. I'm really going to start to teach you how to use short court most effectively so that it can really benefit your skills on the court the most. I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. So with that, let's go ahead and go right back to a video of Caroline Wozniacki using short court herself to warm up for a practice session. And we're going to start talking about positioning. And you'll see right off the bat here that Caroline has positioned herself right about a step behind the service line. And you'll see that her partner, the same thing, right about a step behind the service line or so. And that's really what I recommend. I very often hear people recommend to actually be on the service line. In my opinion, that is not the most beneficial way to use short court. And basically the reason why is, first of all, it puts you and your partner that much closer, about another 6 feet closer to each other, which makes it that much more difficult to carry out a rally back and forth with ground stroke technique. I'm not going to get into that right now. We'll be talking about technique in video number 3. I'll just leave it at that for now. But secondly, I think it's really good to be a step behind the service line because you can then use the service line as a new baseline. And that's really what short court means. Short court means you're using a short court, obviously, but the court really becomes the service boxes. The service lines become the new baselines, and so her and her partner are hitting back and forth within that short court. And that brings me very naturally right into the second point I wanted to make in today's video, and that is about target. Caroline and her partner are both aiming inside the service lines, and they're engaging back and forth in a mini ground stroke rally. A smooth, slow, controlled ground stroke rally back and forth, using the service line as the new baseline. When it comes to target, you don't have to just go down the middle either. Very often in my own lessons, I would use other patterns as well. After going down the middle, I would then go cross court on the deuce side, maybe go cross court on the ad side, do just forehands for a few minutes, just backhands for a couple of minutes. And so you can use other targets as well, but just make sure that your overall target remains inside the service line. That's really the most important fundamental key that I wanted to get across here today. Use the quote-unquote short court, which is within the service lines. And Caroline and her partner are a great example here for that as they rally cooperatively back and forth. So those are the main points that I wanted to go over today, having to do with positioning and what target to select as you start using short court in your own game. This is really, again, kind of just starting to build up the foundation for using short court correctly. In video number 3, I'm going to be talking all about technique. I'm also going to talk about footwork, what footwork patterns to use as you use short courts, and I'm going to give you some really important guidelines for setting up goals so that as you engage in your cooperative rallies back and forth, you're really making the best possible use of your time and you're getting the most benefit as possible out of your short court rallies back and forth. So until then, thank you so much for watching video 2 of 3. I really appreciate it. Hope it's been a big help to you and you're starting to kind of get the big picture as far as why short court is important and exactly how you should be starting to do that. Video 3 of 3 is really going to put the whole thing together, so make sure that you see that. And until then, if you have any comments or questions whatsoever, please make sure to leave those right below this video player. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say or maybe what questions you have about the topic. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be talking to you again very soon. Want to serve more like the pros? Find out how as I compare Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic during my free 5-video course. Get it now at freeservecourse.com. That's freeservecourse.com.